So the question that people ask us a lot, because we demand that you have a product and a customer. The question is, how do I go and get a customer? Have a cup of coffee or tea or whatever your drink of choice, mix in some bravery into that, and go get that first customer. It is a lot easier than you think it is. Your job as a startup founder is primarily in selling. And a lot of people who like to create, who like to code, they're extremely hesitant because maybe the product is not perfect enough, maybe there is this thing, and often they hide behind that perfectionism because they do not want to just get out and talk to someone about their product and talk to someone about buying their product. And by the way, your parents don't count, and neither is your grandma. This is a litmus test. You're going to invest a lot of your time. You're going to invest a lot of the resources. You could spend the time other places. If you're not willing to sell, or if your product is not sellable, you're wasting your time. So if you think about it from that perspective, that really helps. It is both very difficult and not that difficult at all, and you just need to get out and start selling. We've had people sell in the coffee shops, they've sell through cold calling, they sell through just walking into establishment that is in their industry and talk about that product. That happens all the time, and it's easier than you think it is. Another really, really important thing why you need to get your first customer and also be talking to that customer is, while you probably have a really good hypothesis on what your product should be, chances are you do not know what good product looks like, and you will create that good product with your customer. If you were to use a Wayback Machine and go look at Google, go look at Facebook, go look at Airbnb in their inception years, what you will discover is that they were nowhere nearly as good a product as they are. They are just that, minimal viable product. For you to move up from that, you have to be co-creating your product with your customer base. You need to be listening, absorbing, and reinventing their feedback and improving your product with that. It's the only way to get the product that people will want to buy. Very often people run into a trap. When the customer says something, the one thing you should be listening to what your customers say, but what you shouldn't be doing is, you're not a waiter at the restaurant taking orders. What your customer says they need may disguise other underlying needs or may not be as important. And that's a deeper conversation. You have to really observe what is the need, what are the customers paying for, and the best book in the market that teaches founders how to talk to customers and what to listen to and how to ask questions that you need to get the answer to. And we recommend that the most, and founders are the most grateful for that recommendation. The book is called The Mom Test. It's going to probably show here. And this is a super thin book. You could read it over the weekend, and you will see, if you ever talk to the customers, you probably have committed a lot of mistakes that the author advises you not to do, and it's very easy to avoid them. So we not only recommend that every founder reads it before they go talk to the customer, we also insist that every time you re-engage the customer again, you open that book or you open your cheat sheet to that book and you revisit the do's and don'ts of talking to customers. You're gonna get much more useful feedback that will get you to the right product a lot sooner. How does the social media affect people getting their first customer? Well, I would say that social media right now affects everything. And social media is a uniquely powerful tool that will let you engage with your customers one-on-one and get you to have a dialogue and really have your pulse on what your customer needs. Don't take everything to heart, but engaging with your customer in authentic dialogue will allow you to cultivate the customer base that will be loyal, supportive, and will allow you to discover the lives that your customers live so that your product could serve those lives better. When you're getting your first customer, get him or her in whichever way you get, and it doesn't matter. It's not yet advertising. Often it's more personal one-to-one sell, and it's really important. While that methodology will not scale, and later you will have to experiment with advertising, social media, business-to-business networking, a lot of other things. In making your first sale yourself as a founder, you get that unique experience. You see what works, what doesn't, you see what messages resonate and what messages do not resonate at all, and you most likely will not have a really good gut feel for that. So there is no substitute for talking to your customers. I've read somewhere that to this day, Jeff Bezos, who is a founder of Amazon, gets onto a customer support line and talks to his customers. So if Jeff Bezos is good enough to talk, not big enough to talk to your customers, neither are you, first-time startup founder. But whichever tools you use for that, completely and totally up to you. And it really depends upon you. What do you know? What is your product? But the more personal you get on your first sale, the more successful your later sales would be.